My name is Magnus Bartlett. I'm a publisher. We've just had our 30th anniversary as publishers. It's been a very entertaining, sometimes awesome 31-year journey for us. One of the reasons I try to get down to the beach every day is that I'd like to have another 30 years. Appreciate very much your interest in what we're doing at Odyssey, publishing books about places that even Lonely Planet doesn't go to, or if they do it in a very broad brushstrokes. We're very focused. Almost every major publishing house has a travel guide line delivering a lot of practical information. So quite early on, I took advantage of my interest in history to start changing the direction of our books away from being travel guides in the conventional practical information sense into a much more in-depth look at the country. So don't tell anybody, but really our guides are history books. We have almost encyclopedic length. I think on the Silk Road countries now we have over 7,500 pages. This is just one of a number of maps that we have on the Silk Road. Again, excuse my being so commercial, but this is a map showing how the Silk Road works. It has photographs, lots of photographs. But I don't feel the need to say I went to 100 different places. I'd rather spend a month in Dushanbe than a month in 30 different villages. Bragging rights are not about, they're not numeric, they're about the quality of your stay. So our books also have a very strong current affairs feel. You know, Al-Qaeda, where Al-Qaeda came from, the attack on the World Trade Center, attacks in Europe were in some senses spawned in this area. I think it's important to understand the area. I think it's also important to appreciate the area. I recommend Afghanistan, but you have to be careful when you go there. But there are other places that are more dangerous in the world. There are parts of London on a Saturday night where I'd rather be in Kabul than in London, I have to tell you. But at the end of the day, the vast mass of people in Europe, I think, to put it very simply, are rather spoiled. And spoiled in the material sense. Although spiritually they're impoverished. When it comes to the material, they have more than they need. And out here and in Central Asia, which is our speciality, you can meet people, in our books you can meet people, who have very, very little, but have in a sense much richer lives. If you can, and if it's your kind of way of life, try to come to these areas, come and visit, and come slowly. Come slowly, take the train, take a camel if you can. Business people say, oh, I couldn't possibly do that, I don't have time to do it. I can't afford it. But I think in a way you could flip that round and say, I think you can't afford not to do it. One of the things that's challenging about our business is the arrival of electronic platforms, digital video, e-books. This is our first electronic book. It's a big day for us really, because we are, yesterday my intern from George Washington University in Washington DC managed to put the first of our books up as an e-reader. This is Mongolia, Nomad Empire of Eternal Blue Sky. It's up at Lulu, and you can download it for $29.99. I think if you buy the book, it's $35 at the moment, I believe. But here you can read it online. They're books that I see as being treasures that people would want to keep almost as heirlooms, and it is perfectly true that most of us who have books perhaps that have been passed down to us by grandparents or even great-grandparents. Books do last in a way that the digital platforms don't. So if you look back and say, I wish I'd done things differently, by the laws of probability, I believe, the chances are that, okay, I might have made a different decision and gone and worked somewhere else, and I might have been knocked down by a bus or a brick falling down from a building. It's better not to look back. Always look forward. You can always make a fresh start. The next minute of your life is the beginning of the rest of your life. If things have gone badly, they can start going well as of a minute from now.